welcome to Peach Guitars. My name is Sam Beveridge. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions about today's video, please put it in the comments below. We're starting today's video in the saloon, and we're starting it here because we have just taken shipment of a great selection of National Reso-Phonic guitars, and we've put them out on display. So come with me, we want to show them to you. So we have one last one to get out to put on display, and this is part of the Singlecones series, and this is a Triolian single cone in gold and Polychrome finish. Now this is a wood body, and it also has the etching of the island on the back there. Love the finish of this model. Now all of the guitars come with these hard cases with the National logo. So moving on from this Triolian model, we've got things like the Raw series, which is a steel body. We've also got the Estralita Deluxe, and this is a maple with a walnut back and sides and the aluminium single cone. The Style O, such an iconic look with that Aloha Isle etching, which is that Hawaiian sunset. These were the kind of most popular and famous models from National back in the day, first introduced in 1930. We've also got the other Raw series, so this is the 12th fret joint with the steel body. Another Style O, the brass body on these guitars sounds so deep and rich. And then the M1, this is a mahogany tricone. We've also got another 14 fret here. And then lastly, the mahogany and single cone, and this is the El Trovador, which translates to the troubadour for all touring musicians out there. So we're going to select a little kind of cross-section of these guitars to take back to the studio to show you some of the different sounds and tones that we get from these amazing resonator guitars. So we're back in the studio, and we've selected 5 different models, a little cross-section to show you some variation and the kind of differences in the range that we've got here at Peach. But please do check out the website for everything that got delivered. I think there's around kind of 10 guitars, something like that. And there is a real kind of difference in all the different models, lots of different materials, shapes and sizes, 14th fret joint, 12th fret joint, etc. So do check that out. If you've not come across National before, they're an amazing brand with a great history. So do a little deep dive and your own research and reading up into the history of the brand. They were started in 1927. I think they'd folded and gone bust by kind of the late 1930s. And the brand as we know it now, National Reso-Phonic guitars, was introduced in 1989. So over 35 years, but relatively modern in comparison to when the company first started. And the guitars now are being made in honor, kind of using those traditions and homage to the guitars from the 20s and 30s. For example, the etching, those kind of Hawaiian sunsets, I think they're called the Aloha Isles, etching on the guitars, on the Style O's. And just some of the materials and the kind of structural building of the guitars is very much similar to the guitars of the 20s and 30s, but with some modern touches from modern tooling, modern machinery, and the appliances that we have in order to build guitars these days. So as I said, we've done a little comparison piece so that you can hear the 5 models back to back, and then we've got a little bit more detail in each model that we've chosen. This is part of the Singlecones series, and this is the El Trovador, which translates into the troubadour. Kind of a fitting nostalgic theme for traveling musicians and session players. Everything about this instrument just speaks of tradition to me. The purfling, detail around that kind of iconic resonator, the metal body of that, but it is actually a wooden construct into the sound hole. And this is a mahogany body, very simple and understated binding around the guitar, those beautiful F-holes at the top of the body. It's a 16-inch radius on this, so if you're a very seasoned slide player or a little bit of a novice, it's very kind of comfortable across the entire fretboard if you're trying to get used to the placement of a slide or anything like that. It's a 25 and 21/32 inch scale length, and the nut width on this model is 1.75 inches. So lots of string spacing, real kind of ease and clarity between the strings, and the sound of this guitar is just killer. Now this is the Estralita Deluxe. This is a maple top, single cone model, so this is part of the Singlecones series. A maple top with this amazing flame and this sunburst finish on a walnut back and sides. Now this is a slightly deeper body as well. This is a 3.65 inch body, which is a little bit deeper than the standard series models. And this guitar was, I think, introduced in 2001 or 2002. But that wood combination with that single cone, aluminium cone, just offers so much warmth, but brightness as well. Lots of attack, lots of sustain as well for those single note lines. And what you'll find on these guitars as well, they've got a great voicing for open chord work, strumming patterns, whether you're a fingerstyle player or a pick user, but also that the fret and the fretboard are so accessible to slide players, whether you're really well advanced or you're a brand new beginner slide player. The radius on these, I think it's 16 inches, just allows a kind of simplicity and ease of touch with the slide as well. For full details on this guitar though, do head over to the Peach Guitars website where you can see all the specs listed, as well as detailed photographs of the instrument. So the guitar that I've got in my hands is a National single cone series, and this is the Raw series. So this is a steel body, 12 fret joint. One of the things that I really love that I'm not sure will come over on the camera is the flat cut F-holes. So there's just this nice kind of raw look to them. And it's a very smooth finish on this that will patina over time. This guitar, I believe, gets kind of less of their wax treatment that they use on the metals, allowing the steel body to just maintain this really kind of smooth look that will patina the more and more it gets played. As I said, single cone on this guitar. I think sometimes people expect that from a metal bodied instrument you just get lots of harsh brightness, and you don't from this guitar. You get that kind of brilliance and that brashness when you really dig into it. But actually you get such a multitude of sounds when you're delicate with it, or use a pick or just your fingers or a slide. These guitars are so versatile. I didn't even realize this myself, I think, until filming this today, just how many things would come out, playing styles, genres as well. This guitar features a 1.82 inch nut width, so there's plenty of string spacing, 16 inch radius on the fretboard, so perfect for you novice slide players or you seasoned pros out there. And this guitar's just got a perfect balance to it, both in its weight, the way it sits on my lap as well. I'm not holding that with my body, it's just balanced. So do check out the website, peachguitars.com, for all the specs on this guitar, as well as detailed photographs, or better yet, download the Peach Guitars app. Now this is a National, and this is part of the Tricone series, so 3 cones in this model, and this is the M-1, so mahogany body with those aluminium cones and this amazing hand-painted T-bridge on here. It's a 16-inch radius, so very comfortable for you early slide players or you novice slide players, but also so familiar to you expert slide players out there. It's a 1.82-inch nut width, so plenty of string spacing to kind of have that space across the whole fretboard. And it's a 25 and 21 32-inch scale length. And it's just got this perfect balance to it. That's it sitting on my lap, I'm not holding it with my body. And it's just got a real comfort to the guitar while still honoring and celebrating some of those truly historic and traditional things that we look for in resonator guitars. Plenty of warmth and depth to this guitar. Very, very different from a single cone resonator though. I couldn't believe it. I've played 3 single cones before doing this video, and the Tricones just got a whole different vibe. So I'll do my best to show that now. Now the guitar that I've got literally resonating in my hands as I'm talking, this is the National Singlecone series, and this is the Style O, first introduced in 1930 and fast becoming their most popular model. This guitar is a brass body in this like mirror-like finish with the amazing Aloha Isle etching on this, so that Hawaiian sunset that became so kind of iconic with these instruments. There's a perfect balance to this guitar. If I let go of it, it doesn't fall either side. I'm not holding that with my chest or anything like that. It is just so comfortable, and there's this really stunning sunburst on the back of the neck. This guitar features a 16-inch radius, it's a 25-inch scale length, and a 1.82 inch nut width, so plenty of string spacing. And that 16-inch radius really helps if you're a novice slide player or intermediate or an expert, wherever you are. There's just an ease of playability with a slide on these guitars. But overall, the tone, I don't know if the microphones will pick this up. Every time I hit a consonant, I say something, the guitar kind of resonates and starts making sound. I love that. It's just so inspiring. As ever, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to Peach Guitars, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't checked it out yet, head over to Peach Guitars Boutique YouTube channel as well, where we do some more kind of in-depth demos and reviews there on individual instruments. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or just want to let us know which is your favorite from the video, hit it in the comments below and we'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and we'll see you again soon.